And welcome back, everybody, to the Zero Project Fireside Chats. We are here in the United Nations, and you, if you're watching us online, well, you are wherever you are. We are now going to talk about a project called Troublegang. If you are an employee, you might encounter people called Troublegang at some point, and they are causing trouble in their own way, although not that trouble you would need to flag your security for, at least we hope so. I'm going to talk about and I'm going to welcome here virtually Mikaela Graskova from the OKROK, a recruitment company from Czech Republic. Hello, Mikaela. Can you hear us?
Hello. Nice to meet you, Jacob.
Great to meet you too, and we can hear you loud and clear here in Vienna. So let's start and talk a little bit about employment, and maybe it would be great to start with if you could give us a little explanation or a background. How does the employment sector for people with disabilities work in the Czech Republic at the moment? How is it all set up?
Hello, everybody, again. Here in Czech Republic, maybe it's a little bit similar to other countries, but practically in Czech Republic, we have different types of labor markets called protected labor market and open labor market. The protected one is actually supported by government, and they are mostly employed people with disabilities. Those companies who are on the protected market, they are supported but financial amounts by government, and so they are somehow dealing with the more comfortable environment for people with disabilities. And there are the other market, open labor market, which are the other companies and organization here in Czech Republic, which actually they have less opportunities to get special financial amounts to support people with disabilities.
And this is one of the parts where you and the OKROK comes in. So what is it you do?
OKROK, maybe in English, Step Ahead, tries to help people with disabilities and employers on an open labor market to connect together, actually. And we help mainly employers on an open labor market to find the right places, to right job places for people with disabilities, maybe more understand people with disabilities, and all the connections. We still think that helps the social support, and the problematic will be more inclusive here in Czech Republic.
So it spans quite many domains and quite many areas. So you mentioned that a lot of people are right now still working in the protected work environments. How is it going with moving people to the open labor market? What would be the biggest barriers from your point of view to cross?
I think the biggest barrier is somehow, I would call it like two parts. There's a problem with some self-confidence, the people with disabilities, or their motivation to go to the open labor market. And then I can see many troubles in the open labor market and employers organizations, so they can actually have not such a motivation to employ those people with handicaps. Maybe it's because here in Czech Republic we have a special law that what governments think is really motivating for normal organizations. This law or act is actually helping or motivating or offers to employers three types of filling this law. One is that the employers must employ people with disability. Then the other option is that they can buy some services or products from the companies who are on the protected labor market, and if those organization doesn't feel any of those two options, they have to pay money to the government. So sometimes I think they it's more or less motivating to this organization to just pay the money and don't bother with the people with the disabilities, because the effectiveness of the organization and companies on the open labor market is actually the most.
So you've set up a project, or part of your job is called Troublegang. So what is the trouble you're causing?
Yeah, actually, a Troublegang, it's a those are my colleagues. It's a group of 4 people with disabilities. Um, we have a colleague with visual disability, with a hearing disability. We have a colleague on a wheelchair, and with intellectual disability. Together with our colleagues, we go to the open market employers, to their environment, to actually check or find barriers, troubles actually, what they can meet if they want to employ colleagues with disability.
So you approach the employers and say, we come and help to identify the barriers and help them fix them.
Yeah.
What do the
Yeah.
employers say? Because you explained the other alternatives they have, either to pay for the government, etc. What is the tendency among the employers? How they are responding to that?
Yeah, it's Jacob. It's a hard work actually. uh, um, we've been still finding some kind of motivation, and nowadays I can feel that the social responsibility is more and more getting or increasing. So I'm really happy about it. And they somehow, I mean, the companies, they are still somehow searching the ways how and where they can employ. And they have really no idea about barriers. And our Troublegang sometimes is really surprising for the employees and actually for us too. That's why we use Troublegang for searching the troubles actually in the companies.
And hopefully, once Troublegang visits, they identify the troubles. Do employees actually fix those?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. I would love to say always, but still, they maybe we help them identify the troubles or the problems or the barriers. But sometimes it's such a difficult decision for them that they will take time, and sometimes the time will maybe have like a year. But usually, if it's something easier, we help them to fix something really easy, not even the, I don't know, for example, change the doors because the people on a wheelchair, they can go in, for example. But if there is only some easy change, for example, people with vision disability. Um, those are mainly the administrative position that we only maybe fix the bigger screen, or make the size of letters bigger, and it's easy. But they really, a lot of employees doesn't even think about the changes, so we help sometimes with these easy things.
So once the assessment is done and you fixed some of the problems, do you see the employers open up and actually hire people with disabilities? Does it also help with the labor market?
Yes, what I've mentioned, those are the technical maybe barriers. But I can see, and what I've noticed since I've been in Okorok, uh, the main barrier is or are actually people, colleagues, and team leaders. So that's why we've decided, first of all, together with Troublegang, inspire people or maybe motivate the team leaders in the companies together with HR departments in all companies to somehow more uh, invite healthy people to the world of handicapped people. And that time, maybe 3 years ago, happened that we realized that we need some kind of training or workshop. And it was really hard to think about how to do it. So that's why I asked my trouble gang, and we go with those people with handicaps to the companies and encourage maybe the employers, team leaders, to talk with the people with disabilities and maybe try their handicaps. And I can see this is the most important part of the motivation, actually, how to have a handicapped colleague in their workplace.
So do you have any concrete, like maybe examples of companies you've worked with who have pivoted, who have changed their approach to the topic after you've worked with them? What has been maybe the most successful project or a successful company at recent times?
Uh, they are actually quite a lot. We have only 9 minutes, so I have to choose one. It's Amazon. Maybe that's the famous company we cooperate with. Uh, Maybe all of you can imagine what Amazon does. So when HR department asked us to cooperate and concentrate on the actually storage when we wanted to or they ask us to cooperate and have people with intellectual disability as colleagues in their storages, and we after we agreed about the cooperation, we went there together with Troublegang. We actually didn't find as many troubles as we expected, but the support of the trouble gang was really important for us to choose the right persons with intellectual disabilities. And together with the HR departments of Amazon, we have to change quite a lot, actually, to make the people with intellectual disabilities more comfortable to work on the big storage area in Amazon. Mainly, we have to set up their part-time jobs, because there were only, I think, 12 hours working, or 12 working hours. So it was an absolutely suitable for our clients with intellectual disability. So we have to set up the 6 hours, six time hours to be more comfortable. And now there are 4 people have been working there already more than 6 months, and they are together quite happy. Now Amazon asked us to have workshops for their team leaders to be more comfortable with communication with those people. So that's our project.
This is an excellent example. We have, unfortunately, less than a minute left here. So I'm going to quickly ask you how, with a few words or maybe a few or two tips, what would you suggest other companies to do? What is the biggest issue they can fix today?
Um, where to start? That's actually the most frequently question they ask me when I visit HR departments in companies. Where we should start? Um, it's the start is invite government, invite Troublegang, and to see whether your environment and your job places are suitable for the people with disabilities, and don't think about only wheelchair. Usually when I have a meeting with the HR departments, the first barrier or the first answer is, oh no, they can't be employed here because we don't have we have barriers, we are not able to employ wheelchair people. So please, all employers in the world, don't think about only about the wheelchair. And there are many people with disabilities, hearing, visual, intellectual, and so and so. So please think that you can help any people with disabilities. If you are connected with organization, they can help you. And first of all, uh, be very smart about where the people work and with whom. So
Excellent.
the main, yeah, it's, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so many great topics, so many great thoughts. We could spend hours here. Unfortunately, our time is up. You can find Michaela online through the OKROK and continue those conversations. Michaela, thank you so much for your time and
You're
staying with us
welcome.
here. We will have a little break. We open up the lunch, I think, in the back there. We will be back with a fireside chat, I think, in 4 minutes. So thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.